Thank you, Lauren. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the City of Bettendorf City Council meeting. Today is Tuesday, May 3rd, 2022. It's 7 o'clock p.m. Thank you all for joining us. Michelle, would you please call the roll?
Adamson.
Here.
Brown. Here. Connors.
Here.
Naumann.
Here.
Sexer.
Here.
Baden.
Here.
Webster.
Here. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Now, if you could all please rise, remove any caps or headdresses you may have, and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be followed by an invocation given by Pastor Mark Cannon, who is also Bettendorf Police Chaplain and pastor of Hope Baptist Church. Pastor.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Pastor Mark, please.
Please remain standing.
Please remain
Let's
standing.
bow our heads in prayer. Father, we come before you today and we acknowledge you as the source of all wisdom and all knowledge and all understanding. And in that, we seek your guidance for this city, for this council that stands before you today. And I pray, Father, that you would guide in all of the affairs of this city, and that in the least of our duties, may we see your hand working. Bless this time today and give wisdom and knowledge to us. Father, I cannot help but think of our neighboring community tonight that has suffered a great loss of one of their finest. And I pray that your grace and mercy would be on that community and on the Knox County Sheriff's Department, on that good agency. Be with those men and women of that agency and comfort and strengthen them. Be with our own first responders here in this city. And thank you for the superb job that they do. Guide them. And I pray your blessings on us tonight. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Mark. Always nice to see you. Appreciate your time. We have 3 recognitions that I'll provide to the folks here in the center of the room at the dais there. We're going to start with Scott Naumann. Then we're going to move to TJ Kestner and our first place state championship team, Flourish and Bots robotic team, easy for me to say. So I'm going to ask one of our own, Scott Naumann, city councilman, to join me in the center of the room. Scott? That's a kick sticker. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to be here today. Scott has been on city council now for 13 years. He's been part of the Bettendorf Rotary Club for longer than that, I believe, and recently was bestowed a very high honor. It is the Paul Helwig Guardian of Integrity Award. This award goes to those folks who have been in Rotary for a minimum of 3 years, whose life exemplifies the attributes and passion for ethics and integrity that Mr. Helwig's vision came from. This can happen in your vocation, in your business, in your personal life, but these are the kinds of things that Scott Naumann exemplifies in his life. It recognizes individuals who have made outstanding contributions that foster the development of integrity. This award honors individuals who have made contributions in business, media, academia, or government, and who have, by their actions, writing, policies, and public pronouncements, strengthened and fostered development of integrity and ethical principles, and who may have made sacrifices and undertaken risks to uphold the core values of Rotary of service above self. It's a great honor to be in the same Rotary Club with Mr. Naumann, and to take part in that, not only a weekly meeting where we break bread and continue to share our vocations and the great things we do in the community, but also to see the great work that he does in our community, the volunteerism and the stuff that he does here for council, the things that he does in his vocation and business pursuits. This is a person of which we should all be proud, and this is a great honor that Rotary in our District 6,000, which is over half the state of Iowa, bestowed upon him last weekend. So on behalf of the city of Bettendorf, congratulations. We're proud of you. Thank you for the way that you represent us when you're on the trail, whatever it is you're doing, to guard that integrity, and I don't mean that lightly. Although you laughed. We also have, this is surprising. I don't know if you've seen one of these. This is a glass blast crystal, just in case you hadn't in your 14 years seen one. This is in recognition of Scott Naumann, Rotary Club of Bettendorf, recipient of the 22 Paul Helwig Guardian of Integrity Award from Rotary International District 6,000. Ladies and gentlemen, one of our own, Scott Naumann. You have enough hands?
I do.
Okay, let me hold this for you. Thank you.
Thank you.
The floor is yours, my friend.
Well, Your Honor, thank you for the kind words. Thank you to all of our colleagues and staff here. It's absolutely a privilege to work in this town with these folks, and it's not, although it seems like this is a singular award, but it's about the climate and the culture that this community creates, what we do on behalf of this city through us. It's a privilege. I never wanted it to be about me. It's not really about me. It's about us. Grateful for the opportunity to serve, because I think it fuels everything that we all collectively try to do. Just help out a little bit, move the ball forward. Very grateful. Thank you so much.
All right. On behalf of a grateful nation. One of the things council's indulged me to do since I was elected 11 years ago is bring young people here, champions in their own right, no matter the pursuit of excellence, because what that does is show that you've already learned and exhibited so many of the qualities it takes to be successful people in our community. That hard work, that teamwork, that sacrifice, that to be successful, not only to be a state champion in your own pursuits, but to be a successful human and give back to our community like Mr. Naumann has. And it's great for you all to be here to see that, because, you know, you also might get an award later in life, right? We don't forget about giving a little something, but usually it's to those who land on top. And I want to start today with TJ Kestner. TJ, come on up. TJ is a freshman state champion at 106 pounds. Man of many words. We're going to get you through this, okay? But TJ wrestles for Bettendorf High School. And I helped coach wrestling at Bettendorf for years on the varsity staff and then the kids staff, and I never got the chance to coach TJ. It would have helped my win-loss record, I'm sure of it. But he beat a really good kid in the state final. Drew Ayala, if you follow wrestling at all, his older brother wrestles at Iowa and is a multiple-time state champion. And TJ was down early, had a great opportunity in the third period to take this guy to his back to seal a victory. He just kept going, and he kept going, and he kept going, and we were all watching, hoping that we knew what was inside this big-hearted kid, that he'd find a way to get it done, and he did. The interesting thing is he pushed himself right to that line, and he was feeling sick, and he ran past his coaches, had a little moment, came back, figured it all out, but that's how physically taxing it was for TJ to win his first state title, 106 pounds. So great job to TJ, who continues to wrestle, and last weekend placed 4th in the nation at the U.S. Open for under 15-year-old kids in both freestyle and Greco-Roman, 2 other styles of wrestling, a little bit different than the high school wrestling that he does. He's surrounded by great people in a great program that love him, that continue to work with him. He's taught by other coaches throughout the state. He drives 5.5, is it about 5.5 hours to get up? Don't you go and do a little work with Seabolt?
No.
Oh, I thought you were going up to Seabolt with the group too. So in any event, it's a lot of hard work, a lot of perseverance, a lot of confidence goes into what you do on a daily basis, right? You work until you can't be beat, not until you think you can win, and that's the way to do it. So we're going to recognize TJ today, and we've got another glass blast piece of glass here. This is presented to the Bettendorf Bulldogs, TJ Kestner, 2022 state champion, 3A class wrestling at 106 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, the first of, we hope, a few more state championships for TJ Kestner. Want to say anything?
Sure.
Okay, good.
I would like to thank the mayor and the city council for this recognition, as well as I would also like to thank my coaches and my parents.
Fantastic.
Very nice. Did you get your picture, Bob?
Oh, we gotta get this in the picture too, don't we?
Get this combobulated up there.
You get that one.
Switch it around. It's the first time he's held one. I get him every week.
Thank you very much. You're welcome. TJ, way to go. Proud of you. Look forward to continuing to watch you. Okay, good job. Speaking of folks who did a good job, we have the First Tech Challenge State Champion Robot Division 12863 Flourish and Bots with us. Come on up, ladies. This is the second time we've had many of you here. Their roster included Katie Babcock, Jocelyn Bach, Azritha Gunakula, did I say it right? Bree Howell, Corinne Johnson, Kira Johnson, Ayara Yoshi maybe, Kavya Kalathur, Isabel McShane, Nikki Nalu, Lauren Putoff, Sharia Vijay, and Kelly Wu. We have some coaches with us. Emma Alexander, Teresa Barber, I think, is here. Kurt Hammer, Dave Johnson, Dave Leafon, Michelle McShane, Sophie Nelson, and Robin Willick. They are the FTC Iowa Champions. That was held in Coralville, February 18th and the 19th. And you were judged first place in Connect, is that right? This award is given to the team that most connects with their local science, technology, engineering, and math, or STEM community. A true first team is more than a sum of its parts and recognizes that engaging their local STEM community plays an essential part in their success. The recipients of this award recognized for helping the community understand first, the First Tech Challenge, and the team itself. So congratulations to all of you ladies. Who wants to tell us about the female-led team and who were your local STEM partners?
Sure, I'll talk about that. So, my name is Bree. We're Team 12863 Flourish and Bots. If you can't tell, we're all girls, and part of our mission is to empower young women in STEM, and I have it written out here. Flourish and Bots kindles passion for STEM and discounted youth by providing opportunities that spark, ignite, and nurture innovation using FIRST programs so everyone can flourish. So we recently had the opportunity, like the mayor said, to compete at the state competition where we took home the Connect Award. Our team was recognized for their connections within our community, such as LeClaire Manufacturing and Michelle Spencer's veterinary practice. We were able to work with her and many other professionals.
Fantastic. We got a little piece of glass for you in recognition of the 12863 Flourish and Bots First Place Connect Award, First Tech Challenge at the 2022 FTC Iowa Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, your state champions. Maybe 2 rows.
Tall people in the back.
Sneak a couple up front.
I know this gig.
Do that, please.
I've never been in the back.
That's always in the back.
Yeah, somebody can, or you can hold it front. Have somebody hold it front. There you go. Can you get us all in? To a photo?
Kneel a little, that'd be great. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you all. Appreciate you. Thank you. All right. We also have a proclamation. Our Director of Public Works, Brian Schmidt, is going to come join us.
Mr. Schmidt.
For Public Works Day. All right. I have a proclamation from the Office of the Mayor. Whereas public works services provided in our community are an integral part of our citizens' everyday lives. And whereas the support and understanding and of an informed community is vital to the efficient operation of public works systems and programs such as sewers, streets, solid waste collection, and the numerous other services provided by this department. And whereas the efficiency of qualified and dedicated staff is essential for our community to meet the needs of our citizens and provide the highest quality service that Bettendorf has the reputation for consistently providing. And whereas the year 2022 marks the 62nd annual National Public Works Week, sponsored by the American Public Works Association. Now therefore, I, Robert Gallagher, the mayor of the city of Bettendorf, do hereby proclaim May 14th as Public Works Day and the week of May 15th through the 21st as Public Works Week in the city of Bettendorf, and I ask that all of our citizens acquaint themselves with our public works staff and operations and to take great pride in the excellence of service provided by their outstanding work in the Public Works Department.
Here, here, here.
Here.
There's a message on that next week.
Are we really? Nice. Well, thank you. On behalf of the Public Works staff, I thank you for the proclamation. We haven't done this in a few years because of COVID, but on May 14th, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. up at the Public Works Maintenance Facility at 4403 Devils Glen Road, we are going to be hosting our annual Public Works Day, where we'll have a lot of the equipment that we use on our day-to-day services that we provide the city: snow plows, garbage trucks, backhoes, sewer equipment, and what have you. We have face painting for the kids. You can even plow or paint snow plows that will actually be put onto our snow plow trucks for this coming season. We're going to be having a obstacle bounce house for the kids. We have the Friends of Bettendorf Library going to be there to pass out some information about their summer reading program. We're going to be serving coffee, water, soda, ice cream, popcorn, hot dogs, brats, and chips. This is a free event for everybody, so please come and join us Saturday, May 14th. Thank you.
What are you gonna do if the snowplows are out plowing snow at this rate?
The hot dogs are not 2 years old, correct? Beautiful.
What about hot chocolate?
Come on, man.
Cold out there.
Come on, man.
All right, thank you very much for indulging me in a little pomp and circumstance. I like having these guys here. We have come to public requests of council. If anybody here wishes to be heard on an item not already on tonight's agenda for public hearing, you may do so by approaching the podium in the back. Please state your name and your address. We'd like to hear from you. Public requests of council.
Run to the back.
All right. We'll close public requests of council. Let's move to our first public hearing with regard to the alley rehabilitation program. Brian, this is our annual program.
It is, Your Honor, and this has been a successful program for many years. If you recall, back in 2016, we introduced a new method where we were actually going in and removing and replacing these alleys with a full-depth asphalt section rather than a concrete section. To date, we have completed over 41 alley sections, and we anticipate completing 6 more this year. Of the 63 alleys that have identified, we believe that we can have 45 to 46 of them done by the end of this construction season. So once again, this has been a successful program.
Thank you, sir. Any questions for Brian before the public hearing? Councilmember Adamson, please.
So 2 to 3 years, you think you'll
We
have
have
gotten
about-
through it?
Yes, sir. We have about 2 to 3 years of the streets that need to be reconstructed, but then there are several other ones that we can go in there and just do a minimal overlay on top of it or concrete patching. But overall, though, the program is moving along as we presented to you back in 2016.
Better than 30 to 40 years, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's what we anticipated.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Your Honor.
Any other questions for Brian? Okay. Michelle, did we publish notice of this public hearing?
Yes, we did, Your Honor, and I do have affidavit of publication.
Did we receive any written correspondence with regard to the same?
No, we did not.
All right, we're going to open the hearing with regard to the 2022 alley rehabilitation program. Is there anyone here who wishes to be heard on this item? All right, let's close that public hearing and move to the resolution. Councilmember Sexer, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have a resolution approving the plans, specifications, and form of contract for the 2022 alley rehabilitation program. I move approval of the resolution.
Any discussion on this yearly program we've talked about, budgeting, goal setting? Okay. Michelle, would you please call the roll?
Sexer,
Aye.
Baden,
Aye.
Webster,
Aye.
Adamson.
Aye.
Brown. Connors,
Aye.
Naumann.
Aye.
All right. We're going to move to 3 ordinances. These are second readings, meaning we've already had one reading that was passed, and we had some other meetings with regard to each one of these to learn a little bit more about what's going on. Our first second reading is for Councilmember Adamson, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have a second reading of an ordinance amending the Bettendorf, Iowa zone map for property generally located southwest of the intersection of Forest Grove Drive and Criswell Street, A1 Agriculture Urban Reserve District to R3 Mixed Residential District. I move approval of the ordinance at its second reading.
Second.
Any discussion here? For those at home, again, we've had plenty of discussion on multiple occasions on these 3 items. Seeing none, Michelle, would you please call the roll?
Sexer,
Aye.
Baden,
Aye.
Webster.
Aye.
Adamson.
Aye.
Brown. Connors.
Aye.
Naumann.
Aye.
We have unanimously approved the second reading of that particular ordinance. We'll move to a second reading for Councilmember Naumann, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. I do have the second reading of an ordinance revoking the existing Duck Creek Development Planned Unit Development Plan and amending the Bettendorf, Iowa zone map by reverting the zone district classification to R1, Single Family Residence District for 1200 Devils Glen Road. I move approval of the ordinance at its second reading.
Second.
Any discussion on this second reading? Okay, Michelle, please call the roll.
Sexer.
Aye.
Baden.
Aye.
Webster.
Aye.
Adamson.
Aye.
Brown. Connors.
Aye.
Naumann.
Aye.
All right, unanimous passage of that second reading. Let's move to another one for Councilmember Baden and see if we can do the same.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have the second reading of an ordinance amending Section 11-11B-12, Subchapter L of the Bettendorf City Code Supplemental Development Regulations, open space on lots, fences, walls. I move approval of the ordinance at the second reading.
Second.
Any discussion here from anyone on council? Okay, Michelle, please call the roll.
Sexer.
Aye.
Baden.
Aye.
Webster.
Aye.
Adamson.
Aye.
Brown. Connors.
Aye.
Naumann.
Aye.
Again, unanimous approval on a third second reading. We move to our consent agenda. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the same.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion on any particular item on the consent agenda from anyone on council? Okay, Michelle, please call the roll on consent.
Sexer.
Aye.
Baden.
Aye.
Webster.
Aye.
Adamson.
Aye.
Brown. Connors.
Aye.
Naumann.
Aye.
We have unanimously approved each and every item on tonight's consent agenda. I'd like to entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
We stand adjourned. Good work, people.